By the time Super Bowl Sunday turns into Groundhog Day, more than a dozen states will have a fresh coat of snow. It's already been a messy weather Sunday. In Lincoln, Nebraska, a collision between two semi-trucks closed down Interstate 80. In Chicago, Maureen Brewer began the long, tough job of shoveling outside her home. And in Elkhart, Indiana, kids took advantage of this weather. Here is the accumulation over 9 days. So New York got nearly a foot from the last storm. Boston, more than 2 feet last week. After this storm, Chicago is predicted to have 16, Detroit 12, Boston more than 36. At least 3,700 flights have already been canceled today and tomorrow. We have a series of reports beginning with Adriana Diaz in Chicago.
Chicago was already digging out this morning. By 11 a.m., the city had seen 7 inches of snow, with much more to come.
That's terrible. I mean, it lets you know that winter's definitely here.
Today, we're getting 12 inches of snow. So we are getting, in this 24-hour cycle, what we got for all the month of January.
Mayor Rahm Emanuel said all city agencies are working overtime.
Our goal is clear. Streets are to be plowed and passable. Folks are to be safe and secure.
Are the snowplows going to go through the night?
All night. I will be out all night.
Keeping the roads clear is the task of the Commissioner of Streets and Sanitation, Charles Williams. Williams has deployed more than 350 trucks for snow removal and expects to spread at least 60 tons of salt. But crews are up against 40-mile-an-hour winds, creating whiteout conditions and reducing visibility to less than a quarter of a mile.
Well, anytime you have high winds, you can plow a street and then the high winds will blow that snow back over it. So you have to keep at it and you have to keep plowing it over and over, but we're handling that.
So that trucks can focus on main roads, Chicago's side streets won't be plowed until the snow stops. But with lake effect snow showers on the way, that could be as late as Monday morning.
The challenge you face when you face lake effect snow is very, very difficult to predict. What we don't know is how long is that lake effect going to last.
It's not just Chicago that's getting hit, Jeff. This is expected to be the most far-reaching storm so far this winter, stretching from Nebraska all the way to Maine. Here in the Midwest, parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio are expected to get up to 16 inches of snow.
Adriana, thank you very much. Let's talk New England now. Boston is getting ready for this new storm. Public schools already closed tomorrow. Michelle Miller is there.
Patriots fans weren't just stocking up for the big game tonight. They're prepping for the possibility of being snowed in for the second week in a row. At Market Basket Grocery Store, they were doing crowd control. Mark Spiller is the assistant manager.
It's definitely pretty crazy. There's a lot of people coming in and out.
Last Monday's nor'easter pounded Boston with almost 25 inches of snow. Coastal towns like Scituate are still recovering after being flooded by tidal swells that moved in thanks to winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. And some of the 8,000 homeowners across Massachusetts are still without power. Joe Curtatone is mayor of the Boston suburb of Somerville.
Toughest part in these conditions is we've already experienced more than 2 feet of snow falling here in the Boston metropolitan area, and now the outlook is another foot coming tonight. And where do you put it all?
Forecasters say the snow will be heaviest here by the start of Monday morning's commute. And Jeff, thanks to the last 9 days of this was the 6th snowiest January on record here.
Michelle Miller, thank you. So let's get the latest on the forecast now. Eric Fisher is chief meteorologist at our Boston station WBZ. Eric, what is ahead?
Well, Jeff, this isn't a south to north nor'easter. It's basically a west to east mover. And you see the bands of rain and snow together working their way toward the east coast. A winter storm warning stretching from Nebraska right on through New England, and blizzard warnings continuing this evening for the city of Chicago. Strong winds plus the snow. So we'll track all this eastward heading into Monday morning's drive. Also watching the potential for some ice. Southern Pennsylvania in around New York City. That could really complicate things for the early morning before things wrap up late on Monday night. In terms of snow totals, you see this area in purple. Essentially across southern Michigan, central New York, and into New England. Could see a foot or more of total snow. That would bring some places around Massachusetts up to 50 inches of snow in 9 days, an entire winter's worth. And then behind it, it's about the brutal cold heading into Monday evening and Tuesday with wind chill values well below zero. Jeff?
Eric Fisher, thank you.